Good morning. All protocols observed. Welcome or welcome back to our second day of TTIGF. I'm Ajmal Nazir, Chairman of TTMAG, the convener of TTIGF. Before we get into today's agenda, I want to just quickly review the discussions of yesterday. But before we do that, I just want to quickly cover what is TTIGF, where it comes from, and what is its mission. TTIGF is the Trinidad and Tobago Internet Governance Forum. It is specifically focused on Trinidad and Tobago. We have a CIGF, which is the Caribbean Internet Governance Forum, and then there's the big international IGF forum, the IGF. All of these are annual events. The national IGFs, such as TTIGF, take place to focus on issues faced by the particular country. These are then fed into the regional IGFs that deal with the common regional issues, and finally it flows to the IGF, which take an overall view of the international issues. The IGF was formally introduced by the UN Secretary General in 2006. If my understanding, and our local IGF guru Tracy Hackshaw can correct me if I'm wrong, is that the IGF still continues to be funded by the UN, but it acts independently. It is not answerable to anyone. It's an open, all-inclusive forum for discussion for everyone. There's no level of importance or hierarchy given to anyone. Everyone is on an equal footing, no reserved seating for anyone. It's a multi-stakeholder group for policy dialogue on issues of internet governance. And we had an extensive discussion and shortfalls of multi-stakeholder model yesterday. So I hope that adds some context of where TTIGF fits in at the international level. At the end of this, we have to submit a report to the IGF. The other acronym you will be seeing and hearing is TTMAG. TTMAG is the Trinidad and Tobago Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group. And again, many countries have set up MAGs in varying formats. And I believe we in Trinidad have been recognized a few times for having one of the better governance structures for a MAG to bring all the different participants together. TTMAG consists of an extremely hardworking board of directors, of whom I have the current honor of being the chairman of. There are between 9 to 13 directors at any time, representing 6 different stakeholders. Initially, TTMAG was set up to advise TTIMAC. TTIMAC is the entity that manages the .tt domain, and TTMAG is the organization that sets out policies and guidelines for TTIMAC to adopt and follow. We look at international best practices and then customize to our local needs. Based on these factors, we will craft a policy for TTIMAC. We act as an independent body to give independent advice to TTIMAC on how the .tt domain should be used. For example, we'll advise that the educational or charity domains should be given free. It is also a mandate of TTIMAC to promote the .tt domain. And as part of my mandate, I encourage you to all go out and buy a .tt domain if you don't already have one. Over time, the functions of TTIMAC have grown beyond just supporting TTIMAC. We have a membership program that I believe is close to about 30 members now, and we are expanding on that. We hold a number of events during the year. Some are local and some are part of global initiatives. We are still a very young and evolving organization. So that in a nutshell will give the newbies an idea of who we are and some of the pieces to the bigger puzzle. One of the important things to take away from this or these type of events is relationships. Once you start to attend, you will start to see common faces and voices. These are your local regional activists that are passionate about a cause. Reach out to them, become their friends, and like vampires, always looking for fresh blood to convert into new activists. We welcome new younger participants to take over from us and continue to carry the torch into the future. We're always looking for succession. So surf across to mag.tt, or you can email us at info@mag.tt. Now, enough of the advertising and let's get back to business. Yesterday was an action-packed day. We had some opening messages from Marcus Kumar Chairman, Internet Governance Forum Support Association, Henriette Esther Hussain, Chair, United Nations Internet Governance Forum's Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group, and our own Senator, the Honorable Alison West, Minister of Public Administration and Digital Transformation, Ministry of Public Administration and Digital Transformation. So if you missed yesterday's events, I'm sure we'll be posting it up on YouTube as it would have been recorded. We started with the topic on discussing the multi-stakeholder approach. Discussing the challenges and inefficiencies of these approaches, some participants expressed their frustration of the slow progress. A common complaint was it takes too long to get regulations passed, that by the time that the regulations get passed, they're already out of date. A discussion on who was responsible and if we at the ICT community should be more active and take more responsibility in pushing forward this space. The second panel was on cybersecurity and discussed the risks and the impact of COVID-19 in 2020. Some numbers were shared showing an increase in exposed machines in Trinidad and Tobago, namely with the public RDP activated, that's the remote desktop protocol. Some discussion on distributed attacking, DNX exposure, and some advice on how people can drastically limit their exposure by following some simple steps. CSIRT offered assistance to anyone that may need some guidance, participation. And so we look forward to this today. I know some of our directors were kept very busy keeping track of everyone on Zoom, YouTube, and other remote people tuned in at some point across a number of channels. So without further ado, it is with great honor that I, Ajmal Nazir, the current chair of TTIMAC, formally open up TTIGF Day 2. Thank you.